Hello gamers, it's Softkeeper99 and today I'm in the creative builds world in Minecraft. We're at our little city that we're building here. And I thought today it'd be really nice to add something to the more rustic little old village area. Something that also the people from the new town can come over and utilise. So I thought we'd build ourselves a little farmer's market. So farmers' markets tend to come together about once a month and let people sell their produce and their homemade jams and crafts and things, and they tend to be built on little pieces of ground, either in farms or on old car parks and things, so they're not usually a fixed site for the place to be built. So I thought just behind the little old village where we've adapted the Minecraft generated village, we could just build this little farmers market area just around here. So we've got the path coming from the edge of the town through the little village, just ending up at this patch of grass. So I thought this would be a great place to build in. The people are going to approach from this direction, so I think the stalls should be in this patch of grass right here. So I'd like to use some spruce planks and spruce fence in order to build the base of the stalls, and then to make paths and little dirty knocked down bits of grass and things, we're popping a bit of podsol, coarse dirt and dirt maybe, and we'll see what we end up with, shall we? Oops, escape that. So I'll mark it. You can filter in down the two paths at the two corners. So I think at the top end here it'd be nice to have a nice little flat stall for people to walk around. So let's think, or should we do corners in the corners? Yeah, let's do corner stalls in the corner. So 3 blocks along this way in the planks, and 3 including this corner one, 1, 2, 3 in this direction, to form as a nice little corner stall. So the person's vendoring from the stall will sit inside this section here, and the customers will come to the sides here and here. So I mean, this does mean that they'll approach from the back, but I think it'll work out quite nicely because then they'll walk round and enter the main area. I don't want the whole area to be too huge, so let's mirror that at the opposite side over here. Hello Mr. Cow, are you in my way? And pop in another stall. So let's leave a gap of at least 3 blocks between the stalls so people have got space. And 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2 little corner stalls here. Now as we move down here, we're going to want to add some more stalls and maybe a little bit more space in the centre. So we'll go back one and leave a couple of blocks in between them, I think. So 1 block back from the start of that one and at least 2 blocks between them. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 5 long, because then we can go back by 1 at each edge so that the vendor has like a place to stand, so they're out of the flow of traffic. So people will walk along here and leave the people at the stall with space to work from. So let's go over the opposite side. So 1 row back from the front and 2 away. 1, 2. So on the 3rd block we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back 1 at each corner, which sits in perfectly with where we've got our little drop off to the lower area. And then move 1, 2 away again. Let's have another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put a block back at either corner. Now that tree's in my way. 1, 2 blocks and the stall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 back in each corner. And can we fit in some more of those corner stalls right at the bottom here? Are we going to have enough space? So we want to come at least 2 away and 1 in. 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. So that includes that corner one. Let's take this tree down because he's in the way of our stalls. We want a nice little market area for people to come to. Right. Quickly shift that tree out so that we can pop in our stall. And it will over time disappear on its own, but to speed up the video, let's move that out. There we go. So 1, 2 on the 3rd one. To put the stall in, come 1 forward, 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 stalls in our little farmer's market area. And now we want to use the spruce fence, and on the corners we want to go up by 2. 1, 2. So on these corner ones you want to use the 2 end blocks for the supports. So the end blocks, 2 up, 1, 2, 1, 2. And on the ones that have got these side bits, we are going to want the supports to be on here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that then leaves all the fronts free for putting the produce that they're going to sell out on there. So, oh, no, the back one, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're going to do that for all of them, obviously. And then, internally, we're going to want to do a little bit of groundwork for where the stalls and things are. So we're going to need to clear out some of this grass, because the regular thoroughfare areas are going to be clear of the grass because people are going to be walking up and down all the time. And I think people will be walking past this tree as well. So I think the podzol is the most worn sort of bits. So I'd like that to sort of be in the main thoroughfare area. We'll just randomly put a few down. And next to the stalls where people are standing, that's going to rub the grass a little bit bare. And where they jump down this area, of course, that's going to be a big foot traffic area. In fact, let's have all 3 there and then one in the middle. Let's put a couple more here. I don't want it to be too predictable, the pattern, but I kind of want a lot of it near where the actual stalls are. That's quite. There we go. I think that's all the way down. So then let's pop in a bit of the coarse dirt in a few of the areas as well. Just make it a little bit more. Let's put 1 or 2 over here as well in the side area. Just put it wherever you think it would be where people walk the most, and however you think it looks fairly random, but makes it look a bit like a path in different areas. It's like the idea of having a few of these here, like so. And then I'm going to use the final one, the dirt. Does this look any different to the... Doesn't look a lot different to the coarse dirt to me. Oh yeah, maybe slightly different colours. So yeah. Just decide how heavy you think the foot traffic's been where your market is, and just adjust the pathing accordingly. There we go. How are we doing? I think that doesn't look too bad to me. Now just make the paths look the way that you think is most suitable for the area that you're working with and where you think people have walked. I'm quite pleased with that. I think that looks quite good. So let's finish popping in the support posts on the other stalls, and then we'll be working on the canopies above the stalls. And when you're doing this, you can start thinking about what sort of things you might want to sell on these stalls. I was hoping that this tree would fit in quite nicely, but I think it might encroach a little bit on the stalls. So let's see what we've got now. What we want is some wool for the roofing structures. Now that you can decide which colours you think are going to work well together. I'd like to use 2 different colours for each stall, so I think the black and the red together would look really nice. I also kind of like the purple with the orange perhaps, and green with the what shall we use with the, not yellow with the green obviously, maybe we should use a darker green, and then something like the, like what, that one of the pinks perhaps. What about the pink perhaps? Let's try that and see what that's like. So you just decide on 2 different colours to use for your stalls. The easiest ones to build, of course, are the ones that just go straight across, these small ones. So what you want to do is choose whatever is going to be your first colour. So I'm going to use the red, and then you want to put 1 block on top of the 2 support structures, and then you want to come 1 in front and go all the way across to make them join up like so, and then do the same on the back, bring it out by 1 and go all the way around like so. So you've got a little rectangle structure. And then with your second colour, what you want to do is come and fill in that centre section and bring it up by 1. And there you've got a very basic canopy for your stall. And then you repeat that on all of the other little rectangular structures. So you make yourself a little box on the outside, and if you're luckier than me, you won't have a tree in your way. So you just fill your little rectangle in there like so on the support poles, and then your contrasting colour you pop in the centre and bring up by 1 like so, and that's how you do those ones. So let's go along and do the others as well. Let's take, oh, I missed a support pole, so 9, and pick up the support pole and pop that on here. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to use the orange on the outside on this one. Oops, one too far forward. I'm going to take a few of those blocks out of that tree. Oops, the tree's in my way again. See, I've made it a little bit difficult myself because I decided to build right where the trees were again. There we go, we've got a little outside structure, and we're going to use the purple on the inside here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the final one over here, we're going to use the black on the outside on this one. So 1, bring it 1 forward, sit it back on top of the post, and put a row on the back end here. And then use the red in the centre, 1, 2, 3, and bring it up by 1, 1, 2, 3. And now we have the corner ones to do. So there you see the structures. I think that looks really cool. It's a very simple build and it's beautiful. So let's use the corner ones now. These are going to be a little bit more tricky to build. The first thing you want to do is pick your first colour and put 1 on top of each of the poles. Now you want a corner section in between so that you've got a row of 3 just like so. And then you want to bring those 3 up by 1. Then you want to put 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got a little step-like structure. Do the same on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. See exactly what I mean? So it looks like a little step-up structure. Then you want to go to your second colour. I'm going to use the yellow, and you want to go around this edge. So around the edge like that. 1 in the corner. If you come around the front, 1 on the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 on the corner, and 1 where that tree is, like so. So those are bigger canopies, but I think it looks really good. So let's do the other one in the other colour. Let's start with the green. So you put 1 on the corner support and 1 on the corner support, and then you want to put a diagonal in the centre and bring those up by 1. You then want to put structure across like so. So you've got 4 blocks across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in your contrasting colour, I'm going to use the pink, you want to go round the edge. So round the edge. Now if you put them as close together as I have, you are going to touch the 2 at the side, and the 1 in the middle you're not going to be able to put the colour for both of them in. So you decide the centre block whether you're going to go for the colour for that one or the colour for that one, because they will touch. And that is the end canopy for the end of the structure. It also, as an entranceway, means there's a tiny little overlap for people coming in and out at the top and the bottom of your little market. So at the top end I'm going to swap the colours over. So we'll have the pink one on the support poles, so 1 corner there, And I am going to have to knock a little bit of the tree out, I think, here. And then we want a corner in the middle, and then we want to bring them up by one. 1, 2, 3. Let's knock a couple of pieces of the branch out. Sorry, tree. And then we want to come around. 1, 2. Sorry, tree. We're going to have to... I think we might have to remove the tree altogether. He's really in the way. That's a shame. And then come round the back and do the same on the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Swap to your contrast colour and go around the edge, filling that in. So we want one there, one right next to the tree. Come round to the front and finish filling in the edges just like so. I might try and rebuild the tree around that. We'll see how bad it looks once it's finished. And then we had the blue in the centre before, so let's use the yellow in the centre on this one. 1, 2, 3. I might not be able to save this tree. I think we're going to have knocked a little bit too much into it. And I've just removed, yes, I think we're going to have to remove our tree. It would have been quite nice to have the tree there, but it's just completely in the way with the way things have worked out. If you want to try and incorporate a tree, you might want to make the stalls a little bit further apart. Right, we want another block of the green in the middle here. Let's go back to our yellow. And we need to pop our pattern around the outside, like so, on the front, and then round on the back. Do the same. So it's 4 across the bottom, like so. Swap to your contrast colour, and we're nearly home. The only thing you've got left to do, once we've done this, is to think about what sort of items you might want to put on your stalls for sale. We are a little bit limited in the game for deciding what to pop on your stalls, but I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the things that you can build the stalls with. Use whatever colour combinations suit you, and you can add as many or as few stalls as you want, maybe even extra rows of them, and make sure you leave space for paths and build some paths along as you go. Then you just want to decorate up your stalls with whatever items you want to sell. So let's grab a pot, maybe some plants. Maybe we can make it look like they're selling herbs and things. Maybe little pot plants, maybe flowers. So let's make one of these big corner ones. A flower and herb stall perhaps. So we're popping a little tree in one, a little fern in another, and a little flower in another. So that looks quite cute like that. Maybe you want one to be a food stall. There's not many things you can actually put out for sale, so let's make one a cake stall. And then you go along and just decide what else you want on your little stalls. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!